Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is 19 September 2022, almost 9 pm in the night. And as always, I'm rushing and I'm in a rush and I have to get this done within 3 minutes. Let's see if that happens, at least 5-minute constraint. Today was the end of a truly hectic full-time job day. I'll just start from the top though. I woke up at 6 a.m, watched a couple of live streams of Erindel on his YouTube channel, and I was seriously contemplating about taking his geometry nodes blender course because he is someone who seems to have like a very in-depth knowledge of geometry nodes, kind of like how CG Matter has, but he apparently doesn't have a course, and I'm a course boy. I need courses. So, and that's all I did in the morning session. Then when the work day started, the reason it was super hectic is because Garima joined as a video editor, and now my video team here at my full-time job is 5 people, including me, so 4 people I'm leading. Yeah, it was amazing. Firstly, at 11:40 I did a call of welcome to the team, where I obviously recorded my screen and I've rendered that video out. I'm gonna upload it on my YouTube channel as an unlisted video. So this is gonna be like a foundation for whoever joins the team. I can just share that video with them so they get an idea, and it just registers thing, right? Like if I leave and I'm no more a team lead, I'm at least leaving behind imprints of the processes I've put in place. I discussed all of that, like it was amazing. So it's good to just have a record of that. 1:30 was a brand induction call with the entire team, and they did a good job with like explaining their brands and the kind of work they do and the people to coordinate with and stuff like those. Even that I have a recording of. I will just quickly edit it, maybe put it tomorrow on the YouTube channel as like an unlisted video that people can refer to when I'm not here. 14:30 hopped onto a shop floor call to discuss the music behind the video. I ended up sharing my screen and explaining the possible options we could use behind for music, and finally settled on looping for certain sections of a song until we get to the drop. So that was a task. Then continued working on the minor changes that were on the 0.75% of the video. 6:40 I got on another call with another solutions person who names Asta to discuss a kind of hero video that has to be made for this brand ST. It requires a lot of editing. I'm thinking of letting Garima take this up. We'll see. Now, importantly, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I did not document anything, but they were very eventful. 2 major things is the entire Saturday was spent. Of course, I remember last documentation I said, I'm going to make a 3D project every week. I'm not doing that. But Saturday, the whole day I spent inside Blender understanding rigging, and thank God I can now say that I have understood rigging inside 3D rigging inside Blender inside out. I even on Sunday morning, because obviously I need to register it, store it somewhere, I tried recording a session, but that video ended up being 1 hour long, and I didn't want to put in the effort to like trim that 1 hour long video into like a 20-minute. So I want to like script it properly, but within this week only. Put that video out on In the Khud so that it stays for me to revise over and over. That was on Saturday. On Sunday, unintentionally though, I spent the whole day understanding how to rig 2D characters inside Duik, and it's amazing. Now I know exactly how to just make an ARM IK rig, and how any property that you've keyframed inside After Effects, you can just simply make a controller and it just works fine. You can even extract controllers outside into a main composition, and Duik is so awesome. Like, I don't understand why it's free. Same with Blender, Duik, there's so awesome tools, and with everything great is free. Sunday evening when I came back, I made a script. I had already made the opacity switch script. What I also did is I added a functionality of fade in and fade out to it. So if After Effects is open, yes, amazing, it is open, right? If let's say, and another thing I have done is, you cannot see it, pop and float. So these are my own scripts here. This is the thing I'm talking about, opacity switch. Now let's say this is side 1, this one. I want to just press this button, fade in, and 20 is basically how much time it will take. If I make it 30, within a span of 30 frames this will fade in. So if I get the keyframes, this has faded in. And the beautiful thing about it is it's been applied to the transform effects opacity and not to the layers opacity. That is one thing. I can come in here and I can add 20, or let's say 10. I can just fade this out. So after 10 frames it will be faded out. Okay. And the most beautiful thing about this is you can basically apply this to multiple layers. So I can select all these layers and come in here and say fade in at 30. It will take some time because it's gonna go and put that transform effect everywhere. This is non-responding. Actually, I hadn't tested out this before this recording. Just hope my system doesn't crash. Damn, this should have worked. Okay, we'll have to give up on After Effects here. We're running out of time. So that's one script I made in the evening yesterday, Sunday evening. So the weekend overall was very, very eventful. One small thing I've learned that's worth mentioning here is, if you want to edit an image in Illustrator directly inside Photoshop, you select that image, you click on embed the image, and then when you unembed it, it gives you an option to save it as a PSD. So now that is a non-destructive PSD you can save anywhere. Any changes you made in that PSD will automatically be modified and reflected in your Illustrator file. Some point in my life I want to take all these small things I've learned, toggles, and make Quick Reflect, which is basically rebranded how to quick reflect channel, and put these short videos there, but God knows when that will happen. But I'm really loving the hustle, right? And I really love that hustle. So on this note of not responding After Effects and sort of worry here, I forgot, that's just like before I end this, dad's work, there's a lot of intense stuff that needs to be figured out here. Tomorrow morning I'm going to put this on priority, nothing else. I have to figure this out. Over the next week I need to complete the shop floor video and do substantial work for the Tata video as well. I'm kind of excited for the Tata video because a lot of character animation and using Duik and IK is going to be super fun. Courses. So I wanted to dive into CG Boost sculpting course, like I had already made up my mind to do that, but somehow I didn't buy it. I could start making my own characters from reference, start building my scenes in Blender. Along with that, I'm also thinking about, as I said, Erendel's GeoNodes course. And then there is this Python machine learning course, which I've been brutally just ignoring. Situation is kind of messy. It's like I'm in an ocean. I had written somewhere, I'm drowning amidst the ocean of unfinished courses, and somehow I'm kind of enjoying it. So thank you so much for being in the code. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.